Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we are reviewing For Honor. This third-person fighting game is available now for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. At the time of the recording of this video, the game is $59.99 US or $99.95 Australian. For Honor is set in a fictional world where knights, samurai, and Viking are locked in a struggle for power. Apollyon, the bloodthirsty leader of the most powerful legion of knights, is looking to sow the seeds of war that will keep the three factions battling for years to come. The story isn't particularly deep. It starts out well enough, but soon falls apart from being unnecessarily dragged out. It is clear that the priority was put on creating a single-player campaign that served as an extended tutorial for the game's classes, than creating a tight, well-executed single-player experience that the story would have benefited from being shorter in length. For Honor is not a game for everyone. Combat is on the slow and methodical side, and the game has a pretty high skill floor and an even higher skill ceiling. For Honor rewards players who are willing to put in the effort to learn how to counter a variety of skills and tactics that they'll encounter. The game features 4 basic classes that has variations for each of the 3 factions. The Vanguard is a jack-of-all-trades class that is likely the easiest to learn. The Heavy class excels on dragging out fights by outlasting opponents. The Assassin class relies on quick strikes and dodges to overwhelm the enemy. Finally, the Hybrid class combines 2 strengths of 2 different classes to make a unique style of play. While each of the classes follow a general archetype, each faction's take is slightly different, so it's definitely worth drilling down and figuring out exactly which characters are your favorite. While For Honor does have a single-player campaign, it's forgettable and it feels like it was designed as an extended tutorial. There are a few bright spots like the D-Day style Viking charge, but they are generally few and far between. For Honor is absolutely not a game you buy intending to play single-player. Multiplayer is without a doubt the heart and soul of For Honor. The game comes with 5 multiplayer modes. The 5 modes are split into 3 groups representing the 3 border areas in the board game style meta. The Duel/Brawl group features a 1v1 and 2v2 combat respectively and are the only 2 to have player equipment turned off by default. Objective-based Dominion and Team Deathmatch style Skirmish feature 4v4 combat with AI trash mobs running around. Teams try to push up to 1,000 points to stop the other team from respawning, and then the winning team is the one that can stop the enemy respawns and kill all 4 members of the opposing team. The final mode, Elimination, is a 4v4 variant of Duel and Brawl. While the metagame is faction-based, the actual in-game matches has no limits on which factions can be used. I'm a bit torn about For Honor's multiplayer. On one hand, I think it's a neat hybrid of genres that creates a really nice niche for itself. I really like the Risk-like metagame that lets players spend points to support their faction after playing a match. It gives games a little more of a long-term impact than the usual play around and forget about that round style that most multiplayer games use. On the other hand, the launch has been plagued with a variety of connection bugs that connects players to full lobbies, boots players out of matchmaking, or just throws up errors. To make matters worse, some of the core matchmaking behavior is absolutely silly in my opinion. The game by default fills out empty slots with bots, which in itself is already a bit of a handicap to the team with the bots. But For Honor will happily slot in 4 players on one team, then 2 players plus 2 bots on the other. Frankly, I think players would have been better served if the game just started with even teams and if the bots are only inserted when a player drops out midway. I'm quite disappointed with For Honor's controls. A fighting game lives and dies by the controls, and I feel For Honor just isn't up to par. While the mouse and keyboard controls are serviceable, using the 3-directional control scheme with the mouse never really felt comfortable or as responsive for me as using a controller. The one benefit of the mouse and keyboard did have over the controller was the ability to rebind keys. The controller assigns the important dodge and guard break keys as face keys, requiring players to pull their thumb off the right thumbstick, which controls the direction of attacks and blocks. Considering how important timing is to For Honor, it amazes me that these keys were not bound to the shoulder keys instead. While I can't speak for the DualShock 4 controller, I'm not that thrilled about the parry key sharing the right trigger with heavy attack. Since parries have a small window, timing is crucial. I found the travel distance on the Xbox One trigger tends to vary depending on where you put your finger, which makes it difficult to get a good consistency on initiating parries unless I press the trigger from the very top. On the flip side, For Honor's audiovisual presentation is top-notch. The animations and models feel like there's some level of historical accuracy, though I'm sure you history buffs out there are going to be correcting me in the comments. The voice acting, the sound effects, and soundtrack are all solid. My only complaint is that on PC, the voice over IP settings aren't handled within the application. Instead, they control the Windows volume, which in my book is a huge no-no. In the end, I think For Honor is a good game for gamers looking for a challenging Dark Souls-style melee game that focuses heavily on multiplayer. I think people interested in that niche will be able to overlook For Honor's flaws and really enjoy what the game offers. On the other hand, the game's iffy controls and the troubled matchmaking will make a lot of players leery about tackling the game's higher skill floor. I'm giving For Honor 6.5 capsules out of 10. If you want to read our full review, be sure to check out the link in the description or in the video's card. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie from Capsule Computers signing off. Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to Capsule Computers for more awesome videos. If you're looking for more videos to watch, check out our very first episode of Worth a Damn here on the left. It's our new show hosted by Bella about anime series that you should give a damn about. If you're looking for more gaming though, be sure to check out our review of Steep, the open-world winter sports game that lets players explore the snowy Alps. It is here on the right.